These are the 4 simple steps that you must follow if you want to create a successful Shopify dropshipping store in 2024. Hey guys, my name's Camille, known as the ECOM King. I've got an absolute value bomb for you going into the new year. So if you're watching this video and you want to see true success in 2024 and you want to quit your day job or your side job, then you're in the right place. And what I've done to even increase your chance for success, I've created a fancy presentation that's going to have imagery and text. So as soon as we hit 3,000 likes on this video, you'll get access to that in the pinned comment and in the description below. I believe it's very important for me to show you real results right now. So as you guys can see on the screen, I'm inside of one of the Shopify dropshipping dashboards, and you can see in the last 7 days, we've generated $43,000 with around about a 25% margin. And if I change that to the last 30 days and update that, you can see it's $105,000. So if you do 25% of that, that's how much we've made in pure profit. I am going to refresh the screen for all the haters and doubters out there, and you can see the numbers have stayed the exact same, guys. And if we change this to the last, let's say 365 days, you can see this has generated $1.7 million. So this is a very profitable store. It's not even just that it's a profitable store. All the other metrics like online store conversion rates, the average order value, all of that is above industry standards. So guys, make sure you grab your notebook and pen and your laptop and your computer. So the new method on product research is by using TikTok Shop Research Hack. Now for this strategy to work, you do need to head over to a company called shopplus.net. It will be linked in the cheat sheet and in the description. I'm not affiliated with this company. I'm not sponsored by them. I came across this tool a few months ago and it's a complete game changer. So as you guys can see on my computer screen, I'm on Shop Plus, and you want to go here to on the left hand section where it says shops, shop ranking list, and then you can filter it by country. So you can filter it by the United States or the United Kingdom. And these are the 2 best locations for finding successful products. Now, once you've chose the one that you want to do, you can filter it by categories, but I don't. You want to scroll through these and you want to look at previous sales, current sales, and how many products they've got on their shop. So these are the 3 metrics that I'm looking at when I'm scrolling through this timeline.
5 minutes later.
Now, after scrolling through this list, I have come across a shop here called Air Pop Sport, and you can see here it's got 78 products. It's got current sales of 860 and previous sales of 207. So these numbers are intriguing me as a dropshipping store because of how many products they've got listed and the amount of sales that they've got. So after you find a store that you like, you want to click on it. So you can see that the revenue generated is $269,000, which means they're making money, how many sales volume they've created. And if you go here to where it says relevant products, it's going to show you by order amount which products are making them the most money. So as you guys can see here, this product here is making them the most money. And you can tell that because it shows you the revenue, the sales, the price, the commission, and the variance. Now you don't need to worry about the commission, the videos. You only need to worry about the sales amount, the revenue, and the relevant influencers. Now when you click on the product, it's then going to show you all of the relevant information on that product, like sales analytics, relevant videos, relevant live streams. And this is very important for you to work out how well the product is. Now what you want to do is you want to right click on this image here in the top left, and you want to go to where it says search goods on AliExpress. Now this is a Chrome extension, completely free. Now the link for the Chrome extension will be in the cheat sheet, but this is how you're going to do it. Right click and then click it here, and as you guys can see, the Chrome extension has found the exact product on AliExpress, guys. You can see loads of variants of this product are coming up. Now, if I want to look at the product, I can literally just click on one of these, and you can see it's taught me directly to the AliExpress link. So we've literally just found a winning product from TikTok Shops, image reverse searched it on AliExpress, and we found the product. So guys, the second completely free product research method is by just using AliExpress with a few research tools that are completely free. So I'm on AliExpress, then I'm going to go to where it says categories. I'm going to go to where it says babies and kids. Then I'm going to go to where it says here, where it says more ways to shop top selling. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see loads of products that are starting to go viral, or they're starting to get momentum. For example, like these cute animal socks for kids. You can see loads of different products are coming up and they're starting to get traction on AliExpress. Now, the other way of doing this is by going back to the category you went to. For example, I'm going to go back to kids. Go to, let's say, for example, kids accessories as a whole. Then what you can do is you can then filter it here by orders, and then it's going to show you the most ordered items on AliExpress for that category. Now, once you find a product on those 2 methods, either by going to top selling or most orders, you then want to head over to Google. Now, once you come over to Google, you want to then search for the name of the product. Now, for example, I'm doing posture corrector, plus myshopify.com. Now, what this will do is it will show you loads of websites that are starting to sell this product. So you can see here, if I click on this, it's going to show me websites that are selling this exact same product. Now, once you find a few stores that are selling this, you want to head over to the Facebook ad library, and you either want to type in the name of the store and find their page, or you just want to search for the name of the product, which is posture corrector. Filter it by the United States, all ads, and then you want to filter it again by active ads. So if you scroll down, you can see active and inactive. You only want to be looking at active ads because you're only interested to see if the product is making money. And by working that out, only people that are running ads and they're still running ads mean that they're making money or they've got confidence in the product. Now, what you can see, guys, is after doing that, I'm finding a few advertisers. There's one here called Posture Brace, and there's another one here called Perfect Posture. There's loads of different advertisers, the natural posture. So there's a few companies here that are running ads very aggressively. So now what I can do is I can now spy on those 3 different advertisers that are showing loads of ads. So what I can do is I can then go to SimilarWeb, type in their website name and look at their traffic. So as you guys can see, I've headed over to SimilarWeb and I've entered the name of the brand that I found on the ad library. You can see here, this is their website and this is their ads on the ad library. So I literally found these guys just by doing that. And by going to SimilarWeb, now it's giving me the information on the store. So it's saying that the annual revenue for the store is around about 2 million to 5 million based on visitors. And it's also showing the most important thing, which is the monthly visitors over time. This is something that I'm very interested in because I want to see spikes like this and I want to see retention spikes, which means that it spikes up and it carries on going up. If you see it going down, then that's not a good sign because it means that they're either trying the product, they've not found success, or they're downscaling the product. So what you want to do is you want to try and find a few different stores that are selling it on the ad library, and you want to see a pattern of them scaling it up and carrying or slowly bringing it down. That means that they're scaling the product or they found natural success with the product. So guys, the last product research method, but bear in mind it is a paid method, and I definitely think this tool is a game changer, is called Afterlib. So this is what Afterlib looks like once you've created an account. You want to go to where it says technologies, you want to change it to Shopify. Where it says country, you want to change this to the United States. Where it says language, you want to change this to English. Where it says call to action, you want to change it to shop now. Where it says active ads, you want to change this to at least 10. You want to then scroll through these ads, and you're going to see here where it says progression. You want to find an ad that's got a progression of more than 300%. So you can see this one here has got 1,400%. This one here has got 850%. So any of these ads that meet those criteria of at least more than 300%, they are a perfect ad to start spying on. Now, why is it important to look at the percentage of increases? Because that means if they're scaling, downscaling, or it means that they're flat neutral. So for example, this one here matches our criteria because it's got more than 300%. So if I click on this, it's going to show me the progression of the ad. It shows me when they started running ads to then what are they doing now. So you can see here, active ad history. It shows you that they've scaled this product very, very aggressive. Now, somebody would only scale a product very, very aggressively if they were making money. Now, if I compare it to something that's got 80%, you can see it's only slowly increased in terms of scaling. So this one shows me that it hasn't got that potential unless they would scale it a lot more aggressively. Now, let's talk about step number 2, which is building a successful converting Shopify dropshipping store. It's never been more important in 2024 as a dropshipper to build a brand image and look like a legit e-com store from the start. So the first thing that we need to talk about is anyone can put a shop together. Literally in 2024, it's never been easy to create a Shopify store, but a professional looking brand is crucial, and that's where most people don't do it. And most people just whack up a horrible looking store and think they can start printing money. So you need to head over to Canva, search for brand kit, use one color as a monochromatic color. If not experienced, then an accent, and use color variations. So the easiest way of doing this, guys, is if your product that you're drop shipping is an orange product or a green product, I would then choose white, black, and the main color of the product, let's say it's orange. So then my website and branding would be white, black, and orange. So as soon as you come over to Canva, you want to search for brand kit. Now, once you search for brand kit, you're going to get a few templates that are coming up, and these are the templates that you're going to want to use for your own brand. So for example, I've just chosen this brand kit for myself as an example. So for example, it's showing you the logo variations, the logo mark, the different color hex codes that you're going to be using on the website. It's also going to be showing you what typography that you're going to be using. I always say stick to 2 to 3 types of typography: header, medium, and then the actual text itself. And then it's also going to be showing you the type of imagery that you're going to be using. So let's talk about niches are important. Now, why are niches important? Because when you compete with everyone in a broad niche, you're in a price battle and there is no downward pressure. So I'm going to give you guys 3 examples of what I'm talking about. So everyone knows the famous dog bed. Now, they actually created that product for humans. So that's example. So we took a winning product that used to be designed for pets. Now we're actually creating it for humans. We escape everyone competing with each other in the dog industry. Now, another example is the posture corrector. In 2020 and 2019, everyone was selling posture correctors, but they were only selling them for adults. Now, they came out with a young kids version of it and a kids version of it. So instead of competing with adults, you're now competing with selling to adults that are buying it for their children, so you're getting out of that saturation. Now, the third example is shin pads. So if you play UK soccer or European soccer, now most people think that you got to sell that to footballers or soccer players. What you could do is you could sell it to other sports like extreme sports, like mountain biking, BMXing, and things like that. So that way you're not targeting the main niche everyone's targeting. Now, it's super important that you understand your audience and what they think and do. So you need to understand their needs, their fears, their desires, their dreams. Your customer is the hero of your journey and you're the guide. So how can you understand your customers and your audience? It's very easy. You want to go to Amazon. You want to search for your product on Amazon, go to the sellers with the most reviews and look at their reviews. Listen to what they're saying, listen to their needs, listen to their wants, and listen to what they're happy with. You could also use ChatGPT, which I'd highly recommend with ChatGPT 4, which is paid, but is very much crucial, I think, in 2024, because it will help you speed up a lot of this process. Now, let's talk about actually building the physical store and making it look beautiful and making it convert to the highest standard possible, which is above 2.5%. And you guys have just seen from myself that we've got 3% converting on our store. Now, I've got some really good news for you guys. Most people pay hundreds of dollars for themes or hundreds of dollars for people to build them a store. I created with ECOM graduates a completely free theme, and this is the 2.0 version of the theme, by the way, and it is a completely free theme designed to help convert customers on your dropshipping store and help you to generate dropshipping stores really quickly so you can test multiple products whilst retaining a high professional looking store. So as you guys can see here, as long as you come to this website here called ECOM Graduates and you get the Ecomify theme, which will be linked in the description and in the cheat sheet, you can get access to this theme. You just got to scroll down, add your information. You will then get a download link via the email, and then you can download it as a zip file and then upload it to your store. Now, if you do not follow every single step on this landing page, then you cannot receive it. I get a lot of people saying I can't get the theme. The theme works. I tried it loads of times. If you try and skip one of the processes to get in the theme, then you can't get the theme. For you to get the theme, guys, you must follow every single step. Now, I want to show you guys what the theme looks like and what you can do with it. So as you guys can see here, this is a store that we generated, and you can see how beautiful this looks for our dropshipping store. You can see here, this is completely free and it looks professional and branded. Now, if we take a look at the actual product page itself, you can see here, this looks really, really clean and professional. And again, very branded. And you can see this looks really, really nice. Now, what makes this theme very, very good isn't just the theme, it's the actual imagery of the products. So I can't stress this enough, guys. You can have the theme that I'm going to give you for free, which is worth hundreds of dollars. But if your imagery isn't good, because you've got to remember, a theme is just a placeholder. If you have really bad imagery, really bad copywriting, then the theme won't do everything for you, because it's like giving somebody an opportunity and them not using it. So I'm going to be showing you some examples of how you should do your imagery. So you want to find images on AliExpress or your local dropshipping suppliers like CJ, Zendrop. Put them into Canva, spice them up a little bit, use AI tools like Magic, Eraser to remove the text, add your own branding, and you can also create product packaging. So as you guys can see here on this example, they're selling a posture neck corrector, and they've shown in the main image basically an image of the product and in the box. Now, it probably doesn't even come in this box. They've just added it there to make you feel as a customer that it comes in a legit box, making it feel like a real legit e-com brand. Now, literally what 99% of dropshippers do is they go to their supplier's website, for example, AliExpress, download their images and then use them on their website, which is absolutely not the thing to do. Now, this is an example of a product that's a dropshipping product, and you can see here the stock imagery is terrible. Now, if we actually look at a good dropshipping store, you can see what they've done here. They've actually made the imagery look professional and branded. So what they've done is they've got an image of somebody wearing it, and then they've got a mock-up box of the packaging, and this way somebody's going to believe that it's a legit brand and not a dropshipping store. They've also created imagery that explains how the product works. Then they've got more product feature demonstrations here, and they've also shown that imagery of different people from different backgrounds using the product. Then again, they've got another demonstrational feature-proof product showing the different features. Then they've got more imagery showing some proof of concept showing it's award-winning. Then they've got a doctor. I don't know if this is legit. They've got an image of a doctor explaining how this can help people. Then they've got another image here showing more features of the product. Then they've got the old versus new, or you could do competitor versus you. This is a very common way for people to differentiate themselves from their competitors, because some people do competitors versus us and they show the benefits of using them. Then they've also got a video in the imagery. Now I'm going to be showing you guys literally how you can do this super fast and it looks professional. So you want to head over to Canva, type in product features, and it's going to show you loads of templates of other people creating imagery using the same templates. Now obviously you want to go for this aspect ratio, which is 1:1, and you can use any of the images here that you feel suits your product the most and reuse it. So for example, I might use this image here, click on it and click customize this template. So the first thing that I need to do is upload the images here to where it says uploads, and then I want to drag the image of my product on the screen, and then what I want to do is I want to click edit photo. Now you either want to use the magic eraser or background remover. Now I prefer the background remover because it's the easiest one to use. Now I'm rushing this, guys, just for demonstrational purposes in this video, but you can see it's removed the background. Now I want to resize this and add it inside of the image here in the middle, and then I want to delete the template that's already there, and I can now restructure my image to fit here nicely. Now what I can also do is obviously change these to match whatever my product is. Now this is a demonstration of the first type of image you need to create, which is product features. Now of course what you also want to do is change the colors of the background to match your color scheme. So you should already have documented brand kit colors here that you can reuse here on this image. Now if you type in on Canva old versus new, it should show you an image here where you can compare your competitors to you. So it shows a side by side, and you can do competitor versus us and then do the same thing here, or you can reuse any of the other images that you find that you quite like, but this has got to be one of my favorite ones to use as a template. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to go to a website called Placeit. You want to go to where it says mockups, you want to go to where it says print, and then you want to go to where it says packaging. Now what you can do here is you can literally create custom packaging of your product. So you can go back to Canva and type in product packaging design, create a template here. So you can see this one here would fit, for example, this one here. Now, if you don't know what the dimensions are, so you can see here it's 1600 pixels by 2050 pixels. So you can actually create a custom project in Canva and make sure that they match this here. So what you want to do is you want to try and find some packaging here on Placeit that would be ideal for your product. So you've got to think logical. What would my product particularly be shipped in? Now, if I'm doing the neck posture corrector, this here, this packaging would be probably the most suitable for my image. So what I might want to do here is click on it, create my image here in Canva, then export it and then upload it here in Placeit, and then download the image and then re-upload it in Canva and do a side by side. Now when I say a side by side, guys, this is what I mean. This image here on the left is literally downloaded on AliExpress, and then the image on the right has then been downloaded from Placeit. So I've downloaded the Placeit template here, and then I've added my image here. So this would be considered my homepage image. So the first image on my product page would be this one, because it shows the customer that it looks like a branded product, which would build up a higher perceived value. Now there are a few things that I want to finish off when it comes to building a solid landing page, and the first thing is make sure you got a big benefit call out of value proposition. Again, striking visuals that captivate on trust, social proof, and authority. Then the third thing is risk/loss aversion, offer, and then a call to action. So I've put two demonstrations on the screen showing you guys an example of what I'm trying to say. So guys, let's talk about copywriting on your Shopify store. So copywriting is literally every single written thing on your store. So the best way to do this, in my opinion right now, is ChatGPT. Now before you start using ChatGPT, because a lot of people use it the wrong way, remember ChatGPT is about how much you import, and then it'll give you the best outputs. A lot of people will give it very crap broad generic inputs, and then you'll get really basic outputs which you do not want. So these are the things to know before using it for copywriting: your target audience and their needs/pains, the features of your product and the benefits. You can use ChatGPT for this. Who buys XXX product? Then get ChatGPT to write a problem, a solution, and then copy this into the audience and then create pain points. So before you even get ChatGPT to write a product description for your product, you then need to figure out what these are and then tell it to create a product description. So for example, here on ChatGPT, I wrote who buys cat beds. So I need to gather all this information and then restructure it to why do people buy cat beds? What are the issues that are happening in their life? And then once I've gathered that, then I want to ask it, can you write me a product description based on what we've just discussed above? And then once ChatGPT's got all that information, then it will create you a really good product page for FAQs, product descriptions, offers, but you don't want to just give it the first thing and then expect an output. That's where people go wrong with ChatGPT. So guys, let's go over the third step, and in my opinion, my favorite part, because this executes on the money side of things, and that's marketing. So I'm going to be going over my brand new Facebook ad strategy that is backed by proof, and it's generated me multiple 7 figures. So we have to understand how the Facebook algorithm works right now, because it keeps changing every single year. So how Facebook algorithm works right now is the quality of your creative and copy is the most important. So your targeting is no longer important. So back in the day, it used to be your interest, it used to be your countries, your age, your demographics. That actually doesn't matter anymore. Facebook's become so clever at auto-targeting that the most important part is your creative, and your creative will tell Facebook who they should target. So Facebook now reads the images that you give it, it will read the video that you give it, and it will use that to then deliver it to your audience. So if your creatives aren't spot on, then it will not work. So as you guys can see on my screen, I'm inside of the Facebook Ads Manager, and the first thing that you want to do is click Create here. Then you want to go to the bottom here where it says Sales and Conversions and click Continue. Then it's going to show you a screen here that says Advantage Shopping Campaign or Manual. You do not want to do the Advantage yet. That's when you scale. So do Manual for now and click Continue. And then where it says Campaign Name, you want to change it to the product name and then Test 1. And then where it says Category, you want to leave it unselected. And then where it says A/B Test unselected, Advantage Campaign unselected, and then click Continue. And then where it says Ad Group Name, you want to leave this blank for now. And then where it says Conversions Website, Effective Goal, Maximize Conversions. And then you want to make sure that you've created a pixel or you've already got a pixel selected here. And then where it says Daily Budget, again, it depends on the price of your product. So if it's within those different price ranges, which I'll leave on the screen again, choose it. So for example, my product is within $30. So I'm going to make it $5 a day. Now, if it is within $60, then 10. If it's over 60, then 15. And then where it says Start Date and Schedule, you want to make sure you change that to the following day, midnight, so they start at the same time and they have the same time scale of conversion and tracking. Now, where it says Locations, you either want to do the top 5 or the top 12. I'd recommend that you try both over a few days. So you can either start with top 5, and then after the first day, you can change it to top 12 if you think the results aren't great, and vice versa. Then you want to scroll down to where it says Age, and you want to change this to 18 to 65. If it doesn't let you go down to 18, just do 21 to 65. Then where it says Sex and Gender, select it as all genders, or if your product is specific to one gender, change it to that one gender. Then where it says Detailed Targeting, this is where you want to make sure that you're adding an interest that is very broad. You want to make sure there's got around about a minimum of a 50 million reach on that one interest. So here you might want to type in anything related to the product. So for example, if my product is a pet 10, I might type in pet. Now, when you type in that name, it's going to give you suggestions, and if you scroll over them, it's going to give you the potential reach. So this one's got between 500 million and 700 million, so I'm going to select this one. And then where it says Add Position, you want it on automatic placement, meaning that it's going to choose it for you. Then you want to scroll back up and change the ad name to the interest you've used, the countries that you're doing, either top 5 or top 12, and then the budget you're using between $5 and $15. Then you're going to be in the ad section, and you want to call this one Creative 1, and then you want to choose your Facebook page, your Instagram account, and then you're going to use manual upload. Now, where it says set up ads, you either want to upload an image, a video, or a carousel. Remember, you're going to be using at least one image, one carousel, and one video, which will equal 3 out of the 5. Now, the other 2 that you have, you can either reuse a different video or a different image. Now, it's going to say here here, multi-party advertisement recommended. Now you can either try this on or off after the first 24 hours. It's completely down to you, but I leave it on. Now it's going to ask you to add some media, so you can either add some videos or some images. So make sure you add all of the relevant content here. Now once you've chose your image, your carousel, or your video, you want to add the ad copy, the headline, the description, and then the call to action is going to be shop now. And then where it says website, you're going to put your website product page URL here, and the display link should be the same as the website URL, or if it's too long, make sure you shorten it here. Now when it comes to creating an ad copy and an ad headline, you can reuse what you've created on your website but shorten it and add it here, because remember, you use ChatGPT to help you create your website copywriting. You can reuse a lot that you've already done and add it in. Now what you can also do is you can spy on your competitors on the ad library, see how they've structured their copies, and recreate it within ChatGPT and get them to completely rewrite it. And this is something that I do all the time, and I'll show you some examples on the screen. Now once you've done all of that, guys, what you want to do is you want to go here to where it says creative in the top left, and you want to duplicate that between 3 and 5 times. So in total you should either have 3 or 5. So I'm going to click make a copy, and I'm going to change the number of copies to 4 and click copy. So now what you should see is you should see 5 different creatives under one ad set. That's your ad set. These are your creatives. So now I'm going to edit these other creatives that have copy, make this one a video, make this one a carousel, make this one a video, but a different video with a different first 3 seconds, and make this one a different carousel. So you've got the option of what you want to do with the other 2, but at least 3. One should be image, one should be video, one should be carousel. Then the other 2 is completely down to you what you want to do. You've just got to make sure that they are different. Now in terms of ad copy and headline, the only thing that I change is the headline for all my creatives. So all of these are going to have the same ad copy. The only thing that I'm going to be changing is the headline or the title. That's the only thing that I change apart from the visual. Now, once you've edited your 5 creatives or your 3 creatives, you want to go back to the ad set level and make a copy. And you want to duplicate this either 4 times or up to 14 times. Because like I said previously, if you're going to be conservative, then it's 5 ad sets. If you're going to be moderate, then it's 10. Or if you're going to be a lot more confident, then you're going to be doing 15. So if you've already got 1 and you want 15, you're going to do 14, or you're going to be doing 9, or you're going to be doing 4. Now I'm going to be a lot more strict, so I'm going to be duplicating this by 4. So that means now I've got 5 ad sets with 5 creatives. Now, the only thing that I'm changing in the ad set level, which is the ones with the 4 little square icons, is the interest. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go here to where it says interest, and I'm going to go to where it says suggestions and choose another one from the suggestions. Now, once you've filled all of that out, what you can do is you can click publish campaign. So guys, once your campaign's been published, you want to let it run for between 2 and 3 days. But the main rule that I look for is you want your ad sets. So let's say you got 5 ad sets. You want to make sure that each one of them have spent your break-even cost per purchase. So let's say, for example, it's $20 to break even. Then you want to make sure that each ad set has spent at least $20 before you start reviewing them. So if you've got 5 ad sets, times that by 20, that's how much your campaign should have spent for you to then review the ads. So step 1, ad set analysis. After an ad set has spent the break-even cost per purchase, did it make any sales? That's what you need to ask yourself. Yes, let it run for another day if it has got a sale. Then if it hasn't got a sale, you want to make sure that the CPC is good. So the cost per click is good. So a good cost per click is under $1.50, and a good CTR, which means how many people click through to the ad to the website, is at least 2%. And if it has got at least that, then you can let it run another day. Now, if it hasn't got that, then you can turn it off and replace it. And when I say replace it, I mean turn it off and replace it with a new ad set, with a new creative and a new interest. Or you can replace it with the winning ad set that has the sale, and you can move it forward. Now, step 2, ad analysis after spend. Is there a clear winning ad either in one ad set? If so, keep it spending until 6 to 7 sales profitably with a good ROAS, which means return on ad spend, to scale. If not, and if it's not profitable, revisit your funnel, check the attention on the ad, the CTR, the website, etc. So you basically want to go back to your Shopify analytics, look at the add to cart ratio, look at how many people checked out, and see if there's an issue with your funnel. Now, if so, keep spending on the winner and let the other ad spend break even to see if they are profitable. If not, kill. If so, keep. And I can't emphasize this enough, guys. The massive rule of thumb here is if an ad spends the break-even cost per purchase and it's not profitable, kill it. Which means if it's spent more than it's going to cost you to break even, then you need to kill that ad set. Now, if you followed that strategy and you're wondering in your head after a few $100s is spent, should I carry on? Should I call it a day? Should I move on to another product? This is what you need to think about. If no sales on after testing at least 10 ad sets with 10 interest, or if you spent more than $300, you need to switch products. Now let's talk about scaling. So let's say you've gone through all of those strategies that I've just talked about, but you're actually finding success and you're not failing. Then what you want to do is you want to increase your budget by 20%, and that's what we call vertical scaling. You want to duplicate a winning ad a few times, and you want to increase the budget by between $30 and $40. Now, one thing that I want to emphasize on is when you increase budgets and you scale vertically or horizontally, you need to give your ad set time to find new pockets of audiences. Now, when you create an ad set, it will give you a potential reach of people that you're going to hit. Now, there's no way in one ad set you're ever going to hit that amount of people. So let's say, for example, Facebook said that you're going to hit 10 million people, 50 million people. You would never hit that amount of people within one ad set. So what you have to do is you have to either scale vertically by increasing the budget or scale horizontally by duplicating the winning stuff to actually find new pockets of audiences within that interest and audience reach. Now, another way to scale is by duplicating the winning ad into a big campaign and stress test it on a high budget. Now, let's say, for example, you've got a winning interest, and let's say, for example, it's pets. Then I might want to duplicate that into a campaign and set the budget to $100 a day and stress test it and see how far I can push it. Can I push it to $500 a day? Can I push it to $300 a day? Where can I stress it to? And we call that surfing scaling. Now, everything that I'm explaining here are 3 different ways of scaling. So you can see 3 different bullet points, which means there are 3 different types of scaling, and you should try each one of them out as long as you're breaking even or you're profitable. Now, let's talk about testing and optimizing, because this is so important, and dropshippers do not spend enough time doing it. Now, when we talk about testing and optimizing, we're talking about where in the funnel is the issue. Where can I improve the funnel or the creative? So we want to look at the hook rate, which is the first 3 seconds, CTR, add to cart rate, conversion rate, and the purchase and ROAS. Those are things that we need to take into consideration by adjusting and critiquing our funnel. Now, let me explain to you guys how to set up your hook rate in the Facebook ads column. Now, the hook rate, I don't think anyone's ever talked about on YouTube, but I'm going to teach it to you guys right now because it's a custom column and it's going to help you guys work out how effective your ads really are. So guys, let me show you how to create your custom metric, which is the hook rate, which is going to help you identify how well your ads are within the first 3 seconds. So you want to go to where it says columns, you want to go to where it says customize the column, then you want to go to here where it says create custom metric, then you want to call this one hook rate. Then you want to change the form to %, and then where it says describe not required, you can leave this blank. Then where it says formula, you want to do the last 3 seconds divided by impressions, and then you want to hit create data. Then at the top, it should say customize data just for you, hook rate. You want to click it and click apply. Then what this will do is it will show you how good your first 3 seconds are at your creative, so you can work out how good they really are. Now, what me and the team like to say is if your hook rate isn't above 40%, then it's not a good hook. So when you look at the hook rate, it should visualize it by percentage. If it is under 40%, then it's not good. If it's under 30%, then it's terrible. So if it's in between 30 and 40, it's okay. Anything above 40 is amazing and you've got a great hook. And remember, your hook is the first 3 seconds of any creative. So guys, that moves us on to step 4 on the easiest way to start Shopify dropshipping in 2024. So step 4 is all about fulfillment and shipping. Now on my screen, you can see an AliExpress supplier selling this cat bed that I've used in a lot of videos recently, just as an example. Now, if I was to source this product from AliExpress, my delivery times would be roughly around about 3 weeks. It's currently the 9th of November today, and you can see the estimate is between the 25th and the 29th. So that's around about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, the honest truth is that's going to be way too long, and we're going to get refunds and chargebacks from our customers if we have those types of shipping times. Now, the key to solving these logistic problems is by using trusted suppliers and warehouses. So the first company that I like to use is AutoDS. Now, the thing that I love about AutoDS is it will synchronize the product to your Shopify store, and it will also automatically fulfill the order for you without even you having to click one button. Now, something that AutoDS has come out with, which I think is a game changer, is they've got their own sourcing and fulfillment. So what you can do to compare AutoDS's shipping times compared to AliExpress and other suppliers is by importing the product into AutoDS by coming to products, add products, single product, and pasting the URL link for the AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping. So any of these here that are their trusted suppliers and partners, you can integrate them here. Then once the product shows up under the product section, this one's been imported from AliExpress as a demonstration. I can go to orders, source and request, and then I can ask to get this requested, which is the same product, and you can see that AutoDS can get my product to my customer in 6 days instead of 2 to 3 weeks. And it will also tell you the price that they can get the product for as well, and it's between $1.58 and $3.73 because there's obviously variations of the product. Now I do believe that this is a game changer in 2024 because AutoDS isn't just an integrator on your Shopify, they can also source the product and ship it for you. So this is going to be a one-stop shop for fulfillment, automation, and everything else when it comes to the logistics. Now, AutoDS does have a 30-day deal where it's $1 or for free. So make sure you try them out for 30 days, see how it goes, and then you can make the decision if you want to use them long term. There will be a link in the description so you can redeem that offer at this current time. Now, AutoDS has loads of other cool features within their app and their website like auto fulfillment, finding products, and other great things. But the main reason why I use AutoDS is to integrate it with my Shopify store and to source products. Now, another really good alternative to AutoDS is USA Drop. Now, the thing about USA Drop is they do have a free plan, so anyone can start with them, and they have USA warehouses. So as soon as you create an account through your Google account or through your email for completely free, you can go to products, US warehouse, and all of these products that are showing here are from the US, and they have loads of products in the US. So any of their products that are inside of the US, their shipping times are around about 3 to 15 days, but normally it's around about 3 to 8 days. Now, even if their products aren't in their US warehouses, but are in their China warehouses, they can still offer faster and reliable shipping times from China, which is going to be around about 3 to 5 days quicker. And because it's a US company, they have great speaking English, so there's going to be no communication barriers. And it is super easy to integrate this with Shopify. You just have to synchronize it through the website and link it to your Shopify store, and the rest is done for you. Now, they also have a sourcing feature as well, and all you have to do is go to the sourcing section, sourcing AliExpress product, link USA Drop to your store, add the AliExpress link to what you want to sell, and they will give you that information on what they can do with the same product. Now, the last supplier that I'd recommend, and there's so many more that I recommend that will be in the cheat sheet, but these are the main 3, is Big Buy EU. Now, the reason why I like Big Buy EU is because it serves more of the European market. So if you're somebody that likes to dropship in Europe because you think the Netherlands, the Denmark, Switzerland are great markets, which they are, and you only want to sell to them, this is the best dropshipping supplier for the EU, and you can get delivery times between 3 and 5 days or 3 to 10 days. So if you come to Big Buy, go to Dropshipping Wholesaler, Dropshipping Service, you can see here what they offer, who they offer it for, what apps and integrations they use, and how it works. Now, the only downside to Big Buy EU is they do have annual plans, and they can be a little bit pricey, between $100 and $300, but it's definitely worth it if you plan to dropship within the EU. So guys, that's it for today's video on the 4 easiest steps to start Shopify dropshipping in 2024 by somebody that's generated over $20 million in revenue. And don't forget to remember, I'm dropping a free 6-hour course on the 1st of January. That's going to be an even more in-depth video on this, but this is going to be way more than enough for you guys to get started right now for 2024. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.